Hey Redecor addicts, I'm Kiki Daly, and this is Redecor Reviews, where I dig into some design details from our favorite interior decorating game. I'm back with a new video today. This time, I'm reviewing the Season Pass, which this month is Wellness Retreat. I took a bit of a hiatus from spending too much money on the game. I'm sure we've all discussed this to death on social, but things with the app's marketing strategy have felt a bit off for a while. Am I nuts? I won't speculate about whether the app was acquired or any of that, because the reason I play the game is because I love the game, and that, all things considered, hasn't changed. So while I never stopped playing, I did take a bit of a break from spending. And that ended this month because I was so intrigued by Wellness Retreat. As a concept, as a visual language, it immediately hooked me. And when it comes to season passes, I'm in it for two reasons. One, because season pass materials can often become my total faves. And two, when I get a season pass, I kick my gameplay up a notch because I really love the experience points challenge. So before we get into materials or designs, let's take a look at Redecor's own inspiration journey in developing this season. So this first colorway inspo panel is giving me lobby of a chic hotel spa vibes. I really appreciate this textile on the chairs, but it's not actually a material unlock this season, which is a bummer. The drifting throw pillow is a lovely batik that reminds me of stuff that I've seen from Indonesia. And I've used this item a few times, but without any podiums to brag about. Next, we've got this royal lavender mood board, which brings us one of my favorite unlocks from this season so far, Lotus. I feel like we get a lot of briefs this art will be perfect for, as well as some great textile and rug choices, including the one featured here, that have been begging for some purple art, right? Next up is this great outdoor challenge that I enjoyed, but I've got to say, I'm not a huge fan of the elephant, are you? The grateful throw pillow I loved and used up almost as soon as I got it, and I found that I had some go-to throws and bedding that were a natural match. Okay, so next we've got my personal favorite part of the season so far, but that we all know will be unlikely to be a hit with voters, this gorgeous crimson red. I will always use red, I don't care. I think it's such an inspirational color to work with, and especially when we get great unlocks like this one, it really stretches me. So what if the voters don't go for it, right? Finally, we've got a really great new tile option with Tranquil Breath, and a very interesting addition to floor decoration with this meditation pillow. I can imagine a lot of teenagers' rooms or artist lofts in the future that this cushion is going to make so much sense in. A little bit later this week, I'm going to post a live design of this challenge, which is called Meant to Be. It'll be my first demo video, so I'd love it if you'd watch it and let me know what you think. Okay, so now that we've had a chance to peer behind the curtain a bit at the season's inspiration and development, I want to take a look at a few of my favorite unlocks so far. We're mid-season here, so I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. Have any of you? Let's start with Seeking Serenity. This isn't a season pass challenge, I'll get that out of the way. In fact, this is a rehashed challenge we've already seen from last year. But I really like this type of challenge, I call it a tableau, where we've got some close-up opportunities to see textures at work. For my design, I chose Flow, which is reminiscent of a Zen circle painting, and I combined it with a whitewashed board wall. You'll see I left everything black and white, with just a little bit of gray in my ceramic choice here. The reason for this is that I don't want anything to compete with that pop of lemon yellow, and I didn't want to lean too hard into a lemon motif. And so instead what I've done is play the accent up as its own component in the design. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the top 5-star designs which I found on the new Redecor website. Why is that so hard to find, by the way? And why did they stop using the old one? I've chosen other Redecorists who used season pass art in this challenge. This first one is using Peace of Mind, which we'll see a little later in my video, and chosen a more is more approach to the textures we see here. Those ceramics are a lot of look. Voters gave this design 5 stars. Next up, we've got Lotus, this lovely lavender edition, and some restrained and classy touches combined here. I appreciate the way this crackle ceramic plays well with the colors in the stone wall. That's a sort of risky wall to combine with what I think of as a down-to-earth and organic art choice, but it's working here, and the voters agreed, giving it 5 stars. Okay, let's move on to an actual Season Pass challenge. Bold, bright, and beautiful. I will say here that besides the opportunity for more experience points, I can't say that the Season Pass challenges offer much else for me. I used to look forward to them, but they don't always come through when it comes to unique lists lately. This is a first place 5-star win I'm really proud of, using my new fave, Lotus, and really punching up the purple in this design. And in the meantime, using almost exclusively Season Pass materials. That's our new tile and our new wall, if you didn't notice already. Who else used Season Pass art in this Season Pass challenge? I've got a few to show you. I'm super into this one. Using black trim is one of my favorites in this game because it amps up the drama and is a bit of a palette cleanser for me after so much beige. Don't get me wrong, beige is a solid win when it comes to the voters, but I like to stretch a bit sometimes and try cool stuff. So did this Redecorist, and it paid off. This is another 5-star design. For our last 5-star example, we've got someone combining Lotus and the drifting pillow, 2 materials I would not have thought to put together myself, and I'm not even entirely sure they're working here, but you know who thinks it is? Voters. Do y'all look at the top designs on the Redecor website to get inspiration and tips? I definitely do. I use it in my strategy when I want to win, but I don't always play to win. To be honest, I play for myself most of the time. I'd love to hear from you next. What about this season got you really excited? And where are you in the experience points at this point? Leave a comment to keep the conversation going and subscribe to make sure you don't miss my next video. Happy voting!